If you want to be an expert in your field, an authority, you're already doing amazing things. You're already on fire. But when you write a book, it's instant credibility, and it's like taking lighter fluid and just like putting a bunch of lighter fluid on the fire that you already are. One of the first things to do is really just kind of close your eyes and pretend like there's a door in front of you. Your book is in your hand. And as a result of your book coming out, this door has opened up in front of you. And on the other side, there is someone sitting there in tears saying, "Thank you for writing this book. I'm so glad you finally wrote it. I've been waiting for you. You have overcome the very thing that I'm going through right now." And they take your book and you begin to just sit down for 20 minutes and talk to them from your heart, giving them strategies or tips on how they can overcome.
Hey there, I'm so glad that you have joined us today on the Savvy Doc podcast. Today, I'm going to be sitting down with Dr. Jasmine Zapata. Dr. Jasmine Zapata, I actually met her on a Facebook group where there were a bunch of just like entrepreneurs out there. And I just thought to myself, oh, wow, there's another doctor in the room. And just by her being there, just made me feel a little more comfortable. Because, like sometimes as physicians, you kind of feel like you're a little out of your element when you're not among other doctors because you're like, am I in the right place or not? But Dr. Jasmine has now gone on to build a business where she helps people turn their brilliance into books and helps them publish. And she has now helped over 200 people publish their books. And oh my goodness, in this interview that I did with her during the Multiple Streams of Income Summit on the Women Physicians from Multiple Streams of Income Facebook group, we actually she ended up talking about quite some amazing things like book writing, government contracts, how she helps people write a book in a day. Wild stuff. Okay. So now if any of that interests you, then sit down, listen in, because you're about to have just an amazing, amazing, mind-blowing experience. And I will see you on the other side. Welcome, Dr. Zapata. Would you mind just like introducing yourself, telling the people who you are, what you do, a little bit of your backstory? Let's kind of head into that flow right now. Oh, yes. It will help if I actually let you speak. Yes, go ahead.
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. In high school and college, I ran track and I did relays. And when people would run, your heart would be racing. And then when you get that baton, you take off. That's how I feel tonight. Put some fireballs or 100 in the chat if everybody's heart is just racing. You're on fire. We had these phenomenal physician powerhouse entrepreneurs running the first, and now I got the baton at the end. My heart is racing, and I am so excited because everything they're saying is so true. And we need to raise up an army of more physicians who are able to cut $1 million checks. Okay, put some dollar signs in the chat if you want to be in the club and you're saying that you want to join this dynamic movement where you could just be a physician that's just cutting $1 million checks so that we can save our own communities, so that people don't have to beg for grants and handouts, but we can take our power back, where we don't have to ask any certain institutions what things in our community can we support and fund. We can fund it ourselves. Okay. So I'm just excited. Thank you all for just setting the stage. My name is Dr. Jasmine Zapata, aka Dr. Jazz, and I'm a double board certified physician. I specialize in pediatrics and preventive medicine and public health. I am the founder of Motivational M.D Enterprises, where we help busy professionals write and self-publish their books in 24 hours or less. Okay. And then also, I am an author myself. I have over 10 books that I have written that empower youth and families. So I really love working with our young people. I truly believe they are our future. My books have been translated into Swahili and Korean. We've done national book tours. I also sing and write music. So I take my books and I turn them into musical performances that we do with the youth and young people, really to let them know that they are important, they are loved, their life is worth living, and to hang on in there. So I love what I do. My other income streams, I take It's like a ripple effect or a snowball effect. You take the money you make from one income and then you pour it into something else, like these other phenomenal doctors have been talking about. So me and my husband do real estate investing as well. I love that. And we also do a little bit of investing in the stock market, just a little bit. And then we also have a family transportation business. So I have truckers driving across the country. And while I'm sleeping, and making money through the power of transportation industry as well. I also am I partner and team with other business owners, and we do government contracts, which is amazing. So powerful. Individuals can give you money, which is great when you have individuals who are your clients. The next best thing is when you can get corporate or organizations. But the government has multiple trillions of dollars of our money that we pay taxes into that's going to different initiatives. And so I use the power of the books that I write, the intellectual property that I create. I team up with other phenomenal people doing great work, and then we submit for government contracts, which is amazing. I just a couple weeks ago submitted a $1 million proposal. Like those are the types of things that we need to be doing, and that's a little bit about me. And I'm married almost 20 years, well, 19 years this summer, and I got four babies, and that is something that they're just the light of my life. So I'm a busy mama and entrepreneur. I still work clinically, um, just a little bit. I could not give up clinical yet. I am a newborn nursery hospitalist, so I run the deliveries, do procedures, resuscitations, round with new moms. But because of the power of entrepreneurship, I cut it down to just 1 weekend a month. But I love my clinical. I just haven't been able to give that up yet. And then I work in public health, and then I do my other businesses. So, whoo, that's about me. I'm handing it back to you. I'm just on fire. Woo!
Can you guys just see why I love what I do? I mean, you just listen to somebody just go through this like amazing resume and then say, that's just a little that I do. It's like, well, just I only just wrote for a $1 million contract from the government. No biggie. And that's just like a side thing that I mentioned as number 4 or 5 thing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so Dr. Jasmine, how did you get to even thinking about helping people write books?
Yes, great question. So it all started even when I first started writing books myself. I'll never forget in pediatrics training, and shout out to Dr. Una. I love love the pediatricians, okay? It's the best specialty, but let me stop before I get in trouble. I'm trying to make y'all like me. I can't let me not start any drama in here. But I'll never forget, in all seriousness, I was on a rotation in the intensive care unit. I'll never forget being a young pediatrician in training, and we had a young girl. I'll just say she was a very young girl, young teen, and she was found and she had hung herself. Her family found her just seconds before she died, and they had to get her on the Flight for Life helicopter. They flew her to our hospital, and I'll never forget the feeling being on that medical team working to save her life. I was putting in orders, helping as I could, and then I heard a voice inside of me saying, Jasmine, even though you've been wanting to be a doctor since you were 5 years old and you're doing amazing work here, you are called to get outside of these clinic walls to impact people's lives. You need to get get out of the clinic walls and let these young girls know you are beautiful, you are loved, you can make it, your life is worth living. Thankfully, we were able to save that young girl, but time and time and time again, young people would come into our hospital after failed suicide attempts. And I kept hearing that voice say, I know you're the first one in your family to generate six figures. I know you are so proud of being a doctor, but you are called to something higher. You need to get out of these clinic walls. to reach millions of young people nationally, internationally. You need to speak to them before they even get here. And so I thought to myself, how in the world am I going to do this? I'm busy. I'm a doctor, I'm a wife, I got kids. And then the epiphany came, I need to duplicate myself. And the way that I did that was through writing a book. And so as I started to write the book and these doors and opportunities would open up to meet these young people, travel nationally, have a powerful impact, other busy professionals would come to me and say, Dr. Jazz, you're doing all of this. How can we do it too? Can you help us? And so that is how I created my signature Triple P Bookwriting Method. And then I started coaching other powerhouse individuals that have been through something that was meant to destroy them, but it did not. And they're still standing and they want to share their story so that they can increase their income, their impact, and their influence. And that is how I got started being a mentor. Because if I could light the fire in other people to write their books, imagine the impact that I can have because other people's story is not my own. And so that's a little bit of how I got started, and I'm really excited about what I do.
Amazing, amazing. Now, you dropped a bomb on all of us here when you said that you're able to teach people how to write their, signature book in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, I'm not saying you should tell us how the 24 hours works, but if anybody here is thinking, okay, like, how do I even wrap my head around writing a book, period? What what pointers would you even give them to even help them start to wrap their heads around that whole idea?
Yeah, the first number one thing is to adopt the triple P mindset. There's a mindset that you need to adopt and then create a purpose driven outline. I'll tell you real quick. Do I have any future authors in the space? Just put a me in the chat if you are like, I am a future author, or even if you already wrote a book, you're ready to write your next book. Let me just see if there's any authors in the space. Now, y'all heard from some phenomenal powerhouse physicians that spoke before me. Everybody got a book. If you want to be an expert in your field, an authority, you're already doing amazing things. You're already on fire. But when you write a book, it's instant credibility and it's like taking lighter fluid and just like putting a bunch of lighter fluid on the fire that you already are. Okay, let me see all these authors. Belinda, Emily, okay, Charmaine, okay, wonderful. So, one of the first things to do is really just kind of close your eyes and pretend like there's a door in front of you. Your book is in your hand. And as a result of your book coming out, this door has opened up in front of you. And on the other side, there is someone sitting there in tears saying, Thank you for writing this book. I'm so glad you finally wrote it. I've been waiting for you. You have overcome the very thing that I'm going through right now. And they take your book and you begin to just sit down for 20 minutes and talk to them from your heart, giving them strategies or tips on how they can overcome. The question is that you have to ask yourself, who is the first person that you see when you walk through that door? That's critical because you have multiple books inside of you, but that's going to really help you know who is the first person that I'm assigned to. And then you can create your purpose driven outline. What we walk our authors through is, and you guys can do it too, you create your purpose driven outline, put the number 7 in the chat because I feel there's some powerful books in here. You create your purpose driven outline by simply writing down the 7 steps or words of wisdom that you would give that individual who is going through that situation. Those are your chapters.
Mm.
So if we want to write a book, let's say we write a collective book. Let's just do it right now. Then I'm gonna be quiet because I'm about to get kicked off the stage for I have everybody write a book. Let's do a collective activity together. Let's say the first person when we walked through the door, we saw a burnt out physician who has no extra streams of income except working job at the hospital. They are burnt out and they are contemplating suicide. And this is a serious issue. That's why I don't play around about this topic, because I have personally, and the other doctors on stage too know people personally, physicians who have died from suicide because of the stress, because of the financial constraints, because they felt like they couldn't make it out. So let's say that's who we see when we walk through that door. If you were to sit down and you were to just give them some advice, what would one action word, what would one piece of advice be? For example, and I want you guys to start putting it in the chat. What's something you would say to them? Never give up. Seek out a mentor. Let's write this right now. Stay, breathe, hope, lean into your community. What else? Let me just get a couple more. Take a deep breath. Okay? Come on. You are not alone. Let's go. Yes, you are worthy and you are loved. Nothing in your career is more important. Use your paid time off. Get some help. Lean into your faith. Love yourself. Listen, we just collectively just wrote a 7-chapter purpose-driven outline. Let's say this book is called Multiple Streams of Income. 7 strategies for burnt out physicians to create multiple streams of income and live a life of freedom, by Dr. Chiagozi and all her people. Chapter 1, take a deep breath. Chapter 2, you are not alone. Chapter 3, remember you are worthy and you are loved. Chapter 4, never forget that nothing in your career is more important than your life. Chapter 5, use that paid time off. Chapter 6, seek out help. And chapter 7, lean into your faith. Okay, let me stop, because that's how you can simply create a 7-chapter outline, and then we help authors do the rest. But I got to put myself on mute because I'm just too on fire and too excited.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Okay. I mean, if you didn't bring your notebook, I warned you. I completely warned you. Okay, Dr. Jasmine. Now, where can people find you? I'm just gonna just go right there, because I'm like, they just have to just come find you at this point. Oh, unmute you. Yeah, don't mute yourself
Sorry,
yet.
I shouldn't have muted myself. I was just getting too excited. People can find me by going to, we're opening up just slots if you want to talk. I really love hearing people's stories, me and my team. So we have open slots on our calendar. I can drop the link. It's imreadytolaunch.com/apply. And so we do have limited spots, but in this community, because we are about to just light it up, all of us physician entrepreneurs, we're opening up some spots. So just book a time to chat with our team. We want to hear your 7-chapter outline and develop it with you live on the spot. And then you can ask us any questions about what we do, and we could talk about if you want to write a book. The other way is just following me on Facebook, and I'll put the link in there as well.
Amazing.
Oh, one more thing. My book is on Amazon as well. I wrote a book on how to write a book. It's called the Triple P Bookwriting Blueprint, and that's on Amazon. So I will put that in the chat as well. Lots of different ways to connect.
I told you. Was that amazing or what? Right? Dr. Jasmine is so, I mean, she's just awesome. She definitely lit up the room. Now, if you like to get in touch with her, I'm going to leave her links down below, as well as links to join our Women Physicians from Multiple Streams of Income Facebook group. I know it's a mouthful, but it's okay. And any other resources that you can get from the Savvy Doc world, our community, our affiliate community as well. We just love to make sure that other doctors and professionals are living life to its fullest by basically unleashing their income so they can live life, practice medicine, and basically do life on their terms.